So in today's video we're going to do pulled pork. We got our pork right here, nice pork loin central roast. Let's go over to the crock pot and we'll get this all set up and let her cook all day and it'll be wonderful. Come on over. So first thing we're going to do, and as you can see, this roast still has the bones on the bottom of it, the riblets. It's all good. We're going to put that right in our crock pot, all with the riblets and everything. Then we are going to take some taco seasoning. That's going to be my main flavor of my pulled pork today. It'll be taco. And we're going to pour that all over the top and make sure there's lots in there so it gets into the water and everything. And as the water warms up and slowly cooks this, it will take on the flavor all the way through to the center of that nice taco flavoring. I have added a recipe for taco seasoning to the comment area, or just above the comment area in the description. I got a small onion here. I'm just going to add that right in there, as well as approximately a tablespoon of garlic right on top. We'll just set that right there. It'll blend in as it cooks. Now that we got all that in there, we're going to take our pan, put it in our crock pot cooker unit. And this one's an old one. It's been beat up and through heck and back. It was given to me, missing its knob, missing a handle, but it works like a dream. I love it. It's great. And at this point, we are going to add our water. I'm using filtered water, because honestly, I'm all about the health. And we're going to fill that right up. Plus, filtered water just has no real aftertaste flavors to it, so it's going to make your pork just wonderful. We're going to fill that up until it just covers the top of your pork. Garlic sticking out a little bit, so we're just going to give that a little bit of a move around so it's actually under the water. And we're going to turn that on. And we're going to let that go till about 5 o'clock tonight, and it's 9 o'clock this morning. That would be about 8 hours. We are going to put this on low and let her go. I'll see you in 8 hours. Okay, so it's been 8 hours since we put this on in our crock pot. Wish you were here to smell that. It smells absolutely wonderful. I'm going to dig right in there and take this out. The reason I left the bones on it was it holds it all together, so when I pull it out of my crock pot, I don't have it all falling apart as much. It more holds its form. Very nice. I'm very pleased with how this turned out. We're just going to move this back a bit and let that liquid cool off. We're going to come back to the table and we're going to pull this pork. Right, so here we have our crock pot pulled pork. Taco seasoned and flavored. Absolutely wonderful. My better half says you should be here to smell this. You will just, eyes will be watering. You'll be climbing over each other trying to get to it. It just smells absolutely marvelous. She's been dying all day smelling this cooking. I'm gonna have to give her something that Alright, let's pull this bad boy. Grab yourselves 2 forks. Bring it over to one side. You're just going to kind of start tearing away at the meat. It's going to come, pull itself down, clean your fork off, go at her again. And you got to keep this procedure going on until you're completely done shredding the whole entire thing. And in my case, I have bones in here on this particular one, so I'm going to have to make sure I move my bones to the other side as I come into them. As I come down to my last little bit, we got our ribs right here, which I'm going to slice into individual ribs, barbecue up, and the light on that. Those will be absolutely marvelous. we'll finish off pulling this pork here, making ourselves. Nice thing about this will be great in sandwiches. You can use a garlic aioli as your base. Put this on top of that, and you add yourself some nice homemade coleslaw on top of that. It'll be absolutely wonderful. Bun it all together. Nice little sandwich. Make sliders with this. Use this on top of burgers. Oh, what you can do with this is absolutely endless from this point on. I'm sure you guys have lots of ideas of what you would like to do with your pulled pork. And even this juice, the stock over there that we made, we're making this in a crock pot. Take a couple of cups of that, thicken it up, turn it into a sauce. You can have a sauce over top. You can open face this, have this on a piece of French bread, nice and garlicky toasted up. Add your pulled pork to the top of that, and then you put some cheese on top. Add your sauce on top of that. The sauce, milk, cheese, all those nice over top of it all. Absolutely be wonderful. But there you go. There's the base. Pulled pork's all done. I'm gonna move forward now. Grab myself a little kitchen knife here. Cut through my ribs. I can barbecue those up. Look how tender those are. They're just like falling off the bone tender. They're going to be wonderful tasting. Get those all cooked up nicely. That's her. How silly of me. I almost forgot. Got that nice yummy stock you got over there. Bring that over here and just lightly drizzle that over top of your pulled pork. As your pulled pork cools, it's going to soak up this juice and make it so much more tender and juicy when you go to make sandwiches and stuff out of it. This is a definite have to do. Brings out the flavor, brings out the juiciness, keeps it from drying out. I'm going to use for this particular one approximately just under, but 3 cups of juices in there. Give that a little bit of a stir. Juices are already soaking into it. They're almost all gone already. Literally just soaking it right up. This will make your pulled pork so much juicier. And because it soaks it up right away, you can have it now, you can have it later. You can add a little bit more juice if you want a little bit juicier afterwards. I think this is going to be plenty good enough because I don't want too much juice in the bottom. I actually want to soak up what is here. Yes. Absolutely great. Now we're gonna, since I'm going to be using this for lunching meat, I'm going to ram wrap top of it, fire it in my fridge, let it finish cooling off and soaking that lovely juices up. And she's ready to go when I want her. So what I've done here is I've added half a cup of flour to approximately a little better than half a cup of water, and made myself a water flour roux. Taken 4 cups of my stock from making my pulled pork, and I placed it in this pot right here, and I'm going to take my whisk, add it into my pot, and I'm going to slowly add this to like here, approximately what I think is going to be the right consistency for my stock. Go very slow. If you go too fast, you'll end up with big white chunks in there because it'll thicken up before it actually thickens the sauce. It'll just turn into dumplings basically. Keep working that right in there, nice and slow. It's gonna take a little bit of time. Hope you're not going anywhere fast. And we're just gonna thicken this up so that we have ourselves a nice little sauce to go with our pulled pork. Kind of like a gravy. We're basically making taco pulled pork gravy. You use this on French fries, use this on if you want to make a burrito or some kind of Mexican dish. This would be a great accompaniment to put as a sauce inside your burrito or on top of a taco, or just over top of the meat, or right on top of the cheese maybe. Have the cheese get a nice melt going on. It'd be great. Now we're getting there, starting to thicken up and getting the little, what I like to call the swirl. And the top kind of starts to look like it's thickening up a little bit, getting a little bit of swirl to it. We're just going to finish this up here, make it nice and thick. remember, down the road, you know, have extra in the fridge you didn't use up right away. You can always thin it out with a little bit of water as you're heating it up. There we go. Have that all in there. Gonna turn our heat down to about 5 or halfway. Oh, smell that gravy is absolutely marvelous. Now you're gonna want to cook this gravy on a light simmer for about 30 minutes, just to cook all the flour taste out and have it finish doing this thickening process. And then if it's a little chunky, feel free to strain it through a cheesecloth or a colander of some kind and remove any chunks that might be in there. China cup is usually best, works best for that. And if she actually worked out smooth, which this one worked out really nicely, came out nice and smooth, my pouring and my heat consistency with the amount of movement of my whisking that I did was actually quite well together. And she doesn't look chunky at all, she looks actually quite smooth, so we're just going to let that simmer for about 30 minutes, 25-30 minutes. And cook everything out of it, all the flour taste and everything, and it should be ready to serve with our pulled pork. Here we have it. It's been about 30 minutes. A nice, lightly thickened, beautiful looking gravy. Gonna be so good. And I guess it would only be fair that I actually make something with this now that I've done all this prep and all this work and showed you all these different parts. I guess it wouldn't be fair if I didn't actually make a dish of some kind using everything that we've done here. So let's do that. Let's make a dish. Okay, so here we go. We got ourselves some pulled pork on a nice homemade beautiful white bun, dinner bun that my eldest made. Absolutely wonderful. Becoming quite the baker, that one. Very proud of her. Them. Sorry. Very proud of them. Don't want to get in trouble for that one. At any rate, to move on, we are going to take some grated cheese. I'm going to pour that, or put that, I guess I can't really pour grated cheese, but we're going to put that over top. Nice, good helping, just like so. And then we're going to finish that all off with some of our yummy sauce right over top. Melt that cheese right on there. Oh yeah, that's looking good already. There we go, look at that, eh? Oh yeah. And might as well finish it off with some nice and yummy ribs from our pulled pork making. Nicely barbecued up, thrown in the oven for a bit. Oh yeah, look at that, eh? Looks so good. Just cannot believe it. So there you have her. So there we go. One beautiful dish. Now I gotta go make everybody else in the house supper, but I got one person covered. Yeah! Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.